It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we are watching Season 1, Episode 8 of Severance called What's for Dinner? Question mark.
We've been watching through this a little bit slowly. Is the significance of that? Do you guys, either one of you know the significance of that question? That sentence?
Oh, that's no. Wait,
No,
is that,
what was
wait,
it?
is that what PD used to ask?
Close. It's what Irving used to ask. So
Okay.
Petey said it to Mark when he sat down at the diner as a reference to Irving's joke.
Okay.
When Irving comes in the morning,
okay.
he goes,
Yeah.
"Hi kids, what's for dinner?" And they were like, "Irving, stop saying that. That doesn't make sense."
Okay,
Like,
right,
kids
right,
making
right.
you dinner in this situation.
Yeah, I did not remember anything about that, but
Yeah.
okay.
It's, I don't know. So that's the reference there.
Callback. Interesting.
Also-
Okay.
Well, okay. I read the little blurb.
So we don't really do that on
Don't
this
do it.
channel.
Don't read the blurb.
All right.
Forget the blurb.
You can look at the blurb. You read it. I mean, now that we don't really do that here, but since you did it, you can talk about it. You don't have to pretend you don't know things.
I'm
We also
sorry,
don't do
it's-
that.
But like they also Mark attend Devin and Rickon's party. There was the party in the first episode that was dinner party without dinner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Weird. Yeah.
This show likes to do half of a thing. You know, it's
Sure,
like a
yeah.
theme in the show for severing
It's
things.
like a very much a literal theme. It's
Yeah.
very much, it's an obvious theme.
But last time on Severance, we sort of ended on a cliffhanger. We learned
right.
that Mark's wife is dead, but is also
The
on the severed floor.
Yeah, the weird lady that tries to make people feel better, but makes me feel worse.
Yeah, Miss Casey
Miss
and
Casey.
Gemma Scout are one and the same person.
Yeah.
So
One and the same likeness. I'm still not 100% sure about her humanity on the severed floor.
so you think cloning could be at play here?
Let's just say I've been watching a lot of real world videos about AI, and that's how she kind of reads to me. She feels like an
Okay.
artificial intelligence.
I mean, if you are she's a psychologist, or she was, and I thought that was something when she popped up. It was like, how can you be a psychologist if you have no idea of human interaction outside of this basement full of weirdos?
Yes.
Well, but clearly Lumen's approach is that all employees and all severed employees will need the same psychological counseling, and it's just to be told these facts about your
Right.
Audi, which
Right.
we heard that happen to Irving, but we don't know that if they're saying real stuff or if it's the same list for everybody. You know, it's like so
Right.
she doesn't need qualifications to read the list. She just needs a pleasant demeanor.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe the list is the thing, and it's not really telling them anything about themselves. I mean, that would be the best way to do it.
Fair enough, but she was doing like the follow and observe thing with Helly.
Yes,
And
after
so-
Helly attempted suicide. So
Yeah.
it seemed like extraordinary circumstances. That's
Was it like a hug is available by request?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the
All
look that
just-
says, "Please don't request the hug."
Yeah.
It's like when Mark got promoted, they said a handshake is available upon request.
That's
and then
right,
he
yeah.
requested it, and Cobell was very
Very,
thrown.
yeah.
Are we doing too much discussion in the
Oh, I don't
pre-show?
know. What happened? Was there anything else really significant that happened last
Irving
time?
wants to burn the place to the ground.
That's right.
That's
Okay.
right,
Yep.
because
They're
Bart's
all on
retiring.
board.
Yeah.
Dylan attacked Milchek and bit him and broke the skin.
Yep. Sure did.
Yes, that's right.
Milchek's getting it from all sides recently.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for him.
And yeah, that's...
That's kind of, I think, where we're at here.
Yeah.
Oh, his date is no longer.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
talk to
yeah.
him anymore. I think
he
Mark's-
tore up the photo
Yeah,
of his
sure
wife
did.
in front of Alexa. She was
Alexa,
not
yeah.
happy about that.
Yes.
Oh, and also Cobell kind of got in Natalie's face and told her that she'd be happy to present her evidence about reintegration to the board in person.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right. Yep.
Yes.
That's right.
So yeah, that was
Well-
the other thing. But yeah, actually, it was an action-packed episode last
Yeah,
time.
there was a lot.
And of course, we had the music dance experience.
Oh, yeah. That was, I think,
Yes.
my favorite part
It's everyone's favorite
Yeah,
part of life.
of life. Yeah.
That's right.
The only
Check
thing I
out
look
some
forward
moves.
to.
Yeah, should we watch this episode?
Yeah, I think so.
right.
But we also have a Patreon. Check out the link below if you're interested. We really appreciate it. And if not, we appreciate you as well. Let's watch Severance. Are we going to get some Audi Irving info?
I know John Turturro is a good actor, but he's usually so goofy
Yeah.
that, like, I forget. But, like, look at, like, just from the face, you can see different guy.
Yep.
Yeah. It's real skill on display, it's true.
Okay. There's a lot of... Oh! It's art. Looks like art of the severed floor, almost.
Yeah.
Hallways. Dark hallways. I wonder if he even is making that connection, though, or if he is just sort of painting what's in, you know, like an artist does, sort of like what's in his head, and... Yeah.
Oh. It's the black
Black goop paint.
That'd be why that's in his dreams.
It's nice to see someone who's using their, you know, their outie life to do something.
Right. See, this is kind of what I thought his character was gonna be like, you know, like more like he's such a... He's just so straight-laced and kind of, you know, on the severed floor, and for him to be like an artist who likes rock music and has kind of like dark sensibilities is kind of what I expected.
People online have speculated a lot about Irving in that painting and art is often a PTSD therapy, and that could be a reason that he's severed, is that maybe he's got PTSD and like the art goes along with that, you know?
Interesting.
It also explains like his attraction to Bert, or at least the start of that, like...
Oh, the art,
he appreciates the art from O&D.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I think the show might be well written.
Yeah.
Well, and if he's got PTSD, that could also imply military service, which could then feed into his affinity for rules and the system if he's a military guy, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
So she's going for some kind of
Completion.
achievement. Yeah.
You should be at your desks. We've both been done a week. What is there to do? Is she gonna make it?
She's gonna make it.
They all reach a goal.
Don't laugh.
What happens?
Yeah.
Finger traps for everyone?
I just wonder if it might be helpful for us to stand behind her and perhaps chant her name.
Weird.
Well,
She'll make it.
he's trying to think of something.
Yeah.
Let her focus.
So if they're done with their work, they just don't have to work anymore? So they're just sitting on the severed floor for 8 hours.
What's she doing?
Doing nothing?
To the wire.
That's how jobs treat their employees. If there's nothing to do, they don't just cut you loose. If
Yeah,
they're paying you, you sit at your
That's
desk.
true. But usually they give you something else to do that's not in your job description.
Let's prep.
Filled all the boxes all the way with all the numbers.
Every feeling.
She do it? She did it?
What is this music?
I love it.
It's fantastic.
It's the You Did It music. She's feeling excitement. She can't help it.
Yeah. And you get this nice, calming mountain landscape with Kira at the top, of course.
I'm afraid he's gonna fall.
I don't think so.
Whether you could do it, you have brought glory to this company and to me, Kier Egan. I love you. Now I must away, for there are others who need me around the world.
It's Ben Stiller's voice.
Goodbye, Helly R.
Is it?
And thank you.
Totally. Of course it is. Oh, I love this. This is so great. It's ridiculous propaganda for people who have never, you don't
That's
need
right,
to brainwash.
that's right.
Children's television.
Yeah.
That's quota.
I'd like you to drop by wellness.
Really?
Yes. I'm having all department heads do an end of quarter. With all of the stress and Mr. Grainer retiring and everything.
Of course.
Do the innies not get suspicious when, like, even a management person retires abruptly with no warning?
Why is everything in boxes?
Evidently, Lumen's been blessed with a new wellness director. So I'll be retiring at the conclusion of this session in the room.
What?
I mean, decommissioned.
debris from the tree is still there.
Yeah, they just took it away.
Mark S., you have successfully led your department macro data refinement to meet their quarterly quota.
She's like an in-person ASMR video.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
My life has been 107 hours long. Most of that has been these half-hour sessions. My favorite time was the 8 hours I spent in your department, watching Helly. It's the longest I've ever been awake.
Oh my God, she's only awake for the sessions. Oh, that explains a lot. And not a robot. Just made that decision just now. Not a robot.
Why do you care what happens to me?
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Oh, and somebody's watching it. It's just...
Well, this whole thing seems to be an experiment Cobell is running.
Your Audi can set up a tent in under 3 minutes. Your Audi.
That's really fast.
Yeah. Mark doesn't do a lot of camping, we know that.
Did you have camping gear in the basement?
Likes giving.
Oh, interesting.
You know it's good,
I don't know.
that they don't remember each other. It means the chips work. It's a win.
So he said that they don't remember each other. So it's really her, it seems like.
Okay.
To the testing floor, please.
Who's going to the testing floor?
Miss Casey.
Okay. Petey mentioned people who never leave.
Yeah.
So
You sure did.
just realized that that's...
I still don't understand how you fake a death to that degree, though.
That is a big question.
Well, if Lumen is so powerful in this town, maybe she didn't actually die.
Bring her in the hospital from a car accident, and then I'm sorry she's gone, and a fake body, and a who knows.
Yeah.
I would demand to have proof. Just tell me my wife just disappeared. Oh, that's it. That's the last you're going to see of her? I don't think so. That's too much.
Do you know if I'm happy up there?
Of course. You do all sorts of wonderful things.
Could I just...
I'm sorry. I just have so much to do today. On you go.
Okay, then.
Damn. It feels condescending to even answer a question like that with "of course,"
Yeah.
because you don't have any way to know that. Oh my God, dude. Yeah.
What were you pointing at, Lewis? Yeah, it went down. But did you also see what we were looking at there?
Yeah, that's Irving's.
Irving's paintings.
Where were you? They gave me a wellness check. Okay, you're all set.
How has he seen that before?
That's a good question, Nate.
Still want to be friends.
Dylan G's Waffle Party will commence at close of day. In the meantime, I've ordered the pre-Waffle Party Egg Bar Social for everyone.
Yes! Pay dirt, yeah.
All of you deserve this for reaching quota. A very special gift for a very special Dylan. Our 3-time R of the Q.
Uh-oh.
A man whose mind is as sharp as his incisors.
I hope it's a finger trap.
Right, bud?
What are you worried it is?
Anything else?
That was a
threat.
line.
Yeah.
Open it.
Okay, yeah. Let's switch up the vibe in here.
Is it a little laser face?
It's the briefcase from Pulp Fiction.
It makes me uncomfortable that the eggs are pink.
Pickled eggs.
What music genre was this, I wonder?
I do love deviled eggs. This doesn't seem so bad.
Jesus, this is actually good.
Yeah, there you go.
Kelly R. attempted suicide 3 weeks ago.
Yes, she did.
How could you not tell us? We also know that you've been spending time at the home of Mark Scott's sister. Right. It has been decided that you be suspended from your position effective immediately. You are fired.
Fuck off, Natalie! Is the board even there?
You never get to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
I can explain everything to the board tonight, please.
The board has concluded the call.
See, before Natalie seemed like terrified, and now she seems smug.
Yeah. She got the upper hand on Cobell, maybe.
Yep.
I just don't think she likes Cobell very much. She has to take her crap all the time on behalf of the board, and she finally got to tell her to goff herself. Seems like "you're fired" is probably one of the worst things one of these people can hear.
Yeah.
This is like their whole
You're
existence.
dead.
Yeah.
Is it? Wait.
Well, I mean, not Miss Cobell, though, but
Wait,
she's still... she's an inside member of the cult, though.
Now on each swing of your axe or swipe of your pen, the sum of your affections.
What are you seeing, Lewis?
There was
They may be purified.
there were Bible book names in there.
Oh.
Like Philippians and so on. So it's just like
No higher purpose may
So
be
I-
found than this.
Book of Mormon, like,
Or any
edition.
Esque.
The
Yeah,
handbook is just
Just a Bible?
Yeah, it's just the Bible.
Bible plus cures insanity.
Oh, no way.
I
That
think
felt good.
John Turturro's up for a Golden Globe for this show. I really hope he gets
Yeah.
it. Irving's arc is incredible.
Is he escorting her out?
Mm-hmm.
On you go then.
Even between them, they can't say anything more personal.
Yeah, right.
But it's likely we'll all wake up around people. Could be driving or skiing, whatever we do up there. So I probably should have told you guys.
Now Irving wants
Yeah.
that shit.
Our job is to taste free air. Your so-called boss may own the clock that taunts you from the wall, but
But my friends, the hour is yours.
That's right.
Nonsense.
Page 197 slabs.
Whoa.
He's memorized it.
Yeah.
They're all profoundly moved by Rickon's nonsensical
Yes.
Okay, kids. Let's find out what's for dinner.
Okay.
Aw.
Nice. Nice callback.
That's why I had to remind you that was his weird greeting.
Like, made argument over car wash coupon.
Honey, you're cutting them wrong.
Just like with Bert and Irving, the flirting is very middle school.
Yeah. Still really cute, though. Of course, it's all soured by the fact that he was just having a conversation with... Oh, whoa. Okay. He's just having a conversation with his wife where she was telling him how it was the best time she spent with him. Yeah.
Yeah, the fun part is you'll know instantly if it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get in the elevator. That's why I think they're so nervous and excited. Like they're all about to step in the elevator and see where they are.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Either it's going to open and I'm at work again, or I'm gonna die, or I'm gonna wake up somewhere, you know?
Yeah. All right, the family gala.
Yes, there was mention of a gala, a company gala coming soon.
So you think it was his special surprise was a hard cube, right?
Yeah.
Milchek being the only one guarding him, right?
I wonder. Yeah. Oh, is he gonna?
Just throwing it out there.
Neither one of you finds it strange that the Waffle Party's in the perpetuity wing?
I was wondering that too.
It is weird, but all of this is weird. Oh God, that's weirder than I thought. Like that's just the show is so good at being unsettling.
Yeah. This feels almost like a punishment.
Oh, and Kier's watching you the whole time.
Yep. Bah.
Yeah, don't. Oh, do you sleep overnight for a waffle party? Is that...
No. Is that a cat
what?
Nine Tails?
Yes, it is.
With the weren't there like 9 virtues?
What the hell is going on?
It is coming to
What?
This is a waffle party?
Now you see why it's only for the refiner of the quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Potential ally. She seems pretty pissed. What the hell is happening?
It's the Waffle Party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
You guys both were just dumbfounded for that whole sequence.
Yeah. It seems like just waffles would have been fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Why you're like we have a weird BDSM morality play?
Yeah.
Okay, but the innies are also humans, and they have sexual appetites.
That's
you
true.
need to give them a way to
I
do that, you know?
I get that, but also somebody was like, okay, so we need 4 paper-maché masks.
Yeah, right.
I'm headed to Devin and Rickens. They have that party tonight.
And?
Well, Devin asked me to double check, see if you're interested in coming.
I'm sorry, Mark. I'm not feeling quite myself this evening.
She looks really upset, like you should maybe make sure she's alright.
You know, maybe I could drive my own car. Yes. And that way I could leave if I'm uncomfortable or afraid.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
I've seen that line memed on a screenshot of her face there. I'll drive my own car, that way I can leave if I'm uncomfortable or
That
afraid.
is the first thing that I've been like, oh, it's sensible and I agree with you. And
Yeah.
it's not
Maybe you also...
weirdly inhuman.
Yeah, maybe you don't need to come if you don't want to, though.
Baby's first party for Daddy. Look, she's so drunk.
So there's so much food in there.
Rebecca, she may be willing to share her copy with you, but I should ask her directly, or she might be offended.
So you're short and named again. Okay.
Rebecca.
He is on it.
We should talk later.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been pondering a decently sized life change.
Uh-oh. Well, I gotta float around and host, but thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course.
So, when they were on the severed floor, they said, try to find somebody that you trust. And how would they even know?
Try to suss it out. Someone you think you can trust, they said.
Yeah.
Oh, when you're... I see. after you're woken up, look at your surroundings and try to find somebody. I get it.
Yeah.
I thought it was just find a good trip sitter because it's going to be weird. And it's like, how would they even know?
Find
when
someone
this
you
is
think
gonna
you can
happen?
trust and tell them everything.
Yes,
said.
got it.
So yeah, crucially, not only is it the hallway to the testing floor, but the light is on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the elevator's activated. Yeah, the others are all risking just never waking up again.
Yeah.
Dylan has to risk actual suffering, being
Yeah.
caught doing this.
Oh, that's cute. I have a feeling it's going to be a bludgeon.
Yeah.
It would make a good one. Here comes a very lost moment of blink and you miss it details to ponder.
Oh, I don't want to be nosy, but I heard you say to Devin something about a life change.
Oh, please don't.
That is pretty nosy.
Yeah.
Well, thinking I might quit.
Quit.
Okay. Look at the commands.
Yeah.
There was this that list has so much to analyze. What can they do to their brains?
Yeah.
Not sure I need it anymore.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is a horrible timing.
This would be so.
But he's gonna know who she is. He's gonna be like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, it's the worst possible situation to be in.
Away from them, Mom.
Come on. Do it, dude. Come here.
Oh, and she's at the gala.
Whoa. Of
course.
Man.
This show knows how to cliffhang. This is a show who knows how to cliffhang. Well, guys, episode 8 of Severance. What's for dinner?
Yeah. I mean, the writing is spectacular. I just can't. I just don't even know what to. I almost just feel like knowing what happens next is the real discussion we should be having right now. Because egg parties and weird waffle parties aside, maybe we could talk about that for a minute.
We got a whole bunch of crap to talk about. Are you kidding me?
Right now, I just have an overwhelming urge to just watch the next episode.
Right.
For viewers, we're watching the next one tonight too. These guys know we're watching the next. That's why they're like, okay, forget a post discussion.
No. I wasn't saying we shouldn't do it. I was just saying
but you want to see the next one.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That is quite a place to stop.
It is. Yeah. They did such a good job, and there is a lot to talk about in this episode. But so much of the episode is just that drive.
Yeah, it's
forward. The escalation, and we are now this is the climax, and where what's gonna happen.
Yeah. So, okay, there is the waffle party. That's the first thing that jumps into my head right in this particular moment. That was weird. That was not just a waffle party. And was it just goat-headed sexy dancing, or was there more that was sort of implied that he skipped out for?
Well, so the paper mache masks, Lewis, do you remember the significance? I just feel like you might be more likely to remember the significance of what those 4 figures were.
Is this reference to something back from the perpetuity ring before? Or
the 4 tempers. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Kier talks about. Yeah.
Oh.
Each was to represent a temper, and I think we've seen a painting as well of Kier with the cat of nine tails and the 4 tempers down
that's right.
He's
Yes.
them, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they're supposed to act out that painting in some way. Maybe it seems, there was lingerie on those dancers. It seems like sex is involved. You know, this is the innie's opportunity to have sex, I think.
Yeah.
It was 3 women and a man, so maybe it's like take your pick, or like it's a big party, or who knows what.
Codename Waffle Party.
They were surprised when Dylan was gone. You know? I think that he was supposed to like choose from their dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I feel like it's something that's I shouldn't have been surprised by, but like we've talked about the culty nature of the company, and in like all of these cults, all of these like weird like religious cults that you hear about, like there's oftentimes this very like there's no fraternization between the like there's a very like chastity and
chaste atmosphere.
This atmosphere for the outer circle, but then like if you are inducted into the
inner circle,
the inner mysteries, the inner circle of the cult,
it's very much the other way.
Right.
Yes,
to the point of usually being criminal.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases. Yeah.
Almost always. Yeah. Cults are usually criminal enterprises.
Right.
Like Lumen, I would say, is a criminal enterprise.
Yeah, totally. I mean, and that's just interesting. But also, my questions continue to just branch out. Like, so were all of those dancers severed? I assume they're on the severed floor. They must all be severed too, and then that's their job now.
I mean, management's not severed, so not like every person in that space is always severed, but it does raise the question: are those dancers severed workers who like the goat guy think they have an office job and just show up to work, and then it's like okay, once they're down there, it's like change into your work clothes.
Yeah, right.
You know, I know that I signed up to file papers all day, but when I get home, I am covered in glitter.
Yeah,
just so much glitter,
covered in glitter.
Yeah. Well, and also when Natalie was on the news earlier in the season defending Severance to the newscaster was talking about someone who became pregnant less than a year after beginning a severed job, and so like you have to wonder if these kind of things, you know, obviously sex work would be something that would be possible with this technology, and
be a target market.
If human history is any indicator, sex work is an early field in almost every new technology. You know, so
also just the fact that like you come in as a blank slate. And don't have a whole lot, and like you're threatened. Your very existence is threatened right off the bat. You know, if you leave for good, you can never be in existence again, and your Audi will never know. So like, sort of coercively putting somebody in that position seems like it wouldn't be that difficult to do.
They can really give them whatever set of circumstances they want to. It's the information control is total.
And like we saw where like Heli R started off in the first episode, like had access to general information, like locations, but not any personal information.
Nothing about her, like her own mother.
But there's nothing that says that they can't sculpt that so that you come in completely, not just like you know where New Jersey is, but you don't know your name. Like you have no concept of any sort of.
Yeah, you just have language. Right. Give you like what? So that whole list of protocols besides overtime, there's like goldfish, elephant, beehive, overtime, and clean slate are all in there.
Yep, there's also lullaby. And I think like dance party or something like house party.
House party, yes. There's a house party. That's one of them, What do all those do? So I mean, I don't know. We could spend forever speculating about that list, and the Severance subreddit has.
Sure.
It's like that. That's why I compared that to a Lost moment of like let's go down a list of words quick to make people think about forever. But I'm sure the writers came up with a reason for every one of those words to be there, and a potential thing the Severance technology can do. So clearly, it's capable of a lot more than one personality for work and one for home. Like this is a comprehensive brain backdoor access chip, and what else can they do with it? Like, what's Miss Casey's situation?
Right. And some of those things already have like maybe like you can make guesses, like when people say that like I think it's kind of a cliche or whatever, a saying to say like, oh, they're like as smart, they have the intelligence of a goldfish, or like they just
goldfish are also said to have like no long-term memory, right? Like they remember for 15 seconds and then forget instantly. So maybe it's a setting where it works like that. They constantly reset on their own, and and then elephant maybe I mean, who knows
The
what that would
ability to
make
remember
that could be,
everything?
but they said reintegration is impossible. So like it can't be a setting that gives you all the memories from both versions or anything.
No, but it might be like this is something that like hardwiring that memory into your.
Oh, so your Audi will know it, or
in some way, or like. Oh, that would be weird. Like if you were doing employee training, for instance, and you turned on, there was a mode you could turn on so that you would never forget this. So, like, if you're reading the handbook,
no, it's
you would never.
Yeah.
Well, and they seem like settings where you can activate them for a specific amount of time, like they did with Dylan, where they turned them on for like I need to.
Well, you need to hold 2 switches too.
Yeah. So maybe that could be a situation where instead of having like you could put somebody very specific, like a blank room with nothing in it, and talk to them, and then while they're still on the severed floor, and then they would remember when they come out. Anyway, we could speculate literally ever about this
we
stuff.
shouldn't spend too much time.
I have a feeling that stuff. I hope that comes up now. I hope that some of that stuff
definitely.
comes up later.
Yeah, you can't tease those and then not show us what any of them do.
Right.
You know, like they have to at least have someone explain a few of them, or like another one has to be significant later. But that has to be that was a setup, not just a little for funsie. Irving is painting the hallway to the testing floor over and over and over again, and he is
the down arrow is
illuminated. Also, so he's doing that with loud music on and seemingly not sleeping, which would explain why his innie is falling asleep.
Yeah.
There's speculation on the communities that Irving is trying to communicate with his Audi, that painting this with his innie, that painting the same image over and over again is trying to like break through in some way.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that the sleep deprivation is also like trying to get him to fall asleep and dream, or trying to
I like that idea.
There's like he's drinking the coffee too, and he was reading in the park. And
he's like desperately trying to stay awake when he's out and put these images in his head as much as possible when he's out, so that when he's in and he falls asleep, he might dream about them or see them in some way.
It's something they can't inhibit is your dreams, and maybe that's his idea. So the other thing, there's only one episode left, so we're collapsing the information gap between us, so I can talk to you guys more about speculation and thoughts about Severance. That image that he is painting specifically, I think, is giving us a lot of information. Irving is looking at the hallway to the testing floor with that light on. That is an image you see when you're sending someone down there.
Yes.
Not when you're going or anything like that.
So
I think Irving is
Right.
former management who got severed as a punishment for some reason.
Ooh, okay. Yep,
there are also, I can't remember exactly where I know this information from, because, there's like supplemental literature about the show and stuff like that after I became obsessed with it, you can read and stuff like that. But there are discrepancies in reports and like information about how long Irving has worked there. Some say 3 years and some say 9 years. And so I think there was an incident 6 years ago. Irving was management and became just an MDR worker after something happened. And that could also explain why he's trying to communicate with his innie and get him to remember that hallway, get him to remember his management knowledge.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense as to why his Audi would have the image. Yeah. Oh, I like it.
Management who got severed, and there's no information in the next episode that confirms or disconfirms that, but I think it's
interesting.
Plausible.
Yeah, I like that. Also, so it was Miss Casey's last day, abruptly. But she still went down the elevator. Very
back
frightening.
To the testing floor.
Back to the testing floor. Very frightening. What does that mean for what her... Why does her Audi ever... Is she ever out? Like you said, does she ever leave? But then...
She was under the impression she does. She said, am I happy up there? She thought she was going home.
But once you go into the elevator, you don't know what happens after that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you remember, I assume... I guess, does it happen when they reach the floor, or does it happen as they're going through?
It's halfway down.
It seems to be in the middle.
Because they hear the bell every time.
So she would have a memory of going down.
But you're standing in a windowless box, you don't really know, like...
Yeah.
Well,
you had the spatial intuition, but you don't, like, without the frame of reference, you don't know exactly what.
Maybe but I'm just saying, like, her language was, "Am I happy up there?" Or
Yeah, so she thought she was going up because they told her.
Right, but like you have the sensation, you see the down arrow. So I wonder.
She doesn't see a down arrow. She was inside the elevator.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I still say like the motion because the reason I'm not saying like this is wrong. I'm just like, what is her understanding of her position here?
I'm going to excuse the inertial effect on your ability to comprehend which direction you're going.
Especially
in an
it's
elevator.
probably only for a moment.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to say in her case, she just flips right away. Like once the elevator door is closed, she flips and then she goes down. Because I don't think she has any doubt in her mind that she's going up and living a normal life when she's actually going down.
She's a regular.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Well, and also that she's only woken up in like these half-hour chunks.
Yeah, what?
And so it was like a big deal for her to be awake all day watching Helly, and she totally screwed it up.
Right. Yeah. I will say too that her only being in the any position. I mean, I guess for her it's any and further any maybe, but like they're in her on the severed floor to only be there for short amounts of time and also be maybe somebody who never actually leaves the facility. That would my guess would be that's the same for the masked dancer sex slaves as well.
That's true. That's probably better for it to have them in that sort of an arrangement than be people who are reporting to work every day in a suit.
Right? Yeah.
And you can't have somebody out sick on a a day that one of your people are at the Waffle Party,
Right, yeah.
You're missing one of the tempers.
You can't expect them to just be on call for a 20-minute... I mean, I assume these innies aren't exactly performers. You know what I mean? So,
True,
you can't just have them come in.
How do they... the Waffle Party...
That's weird.
Raises so many questions. It just... Your mind races after you learn about that concept and just think about it.
But imagine what's happening to the people on the lower floors. If the only conception that the outside world has about the severance procedure is that, it creates a situation where there's an in-work life and an out-of-work life, and you live normally out here and you don't inside. But then there's also people who like have their work life and then they go down to another.
Nobody knows about that.
That seems like it could be very bad. And what would compel somebody then to go back in that elevator and go up? You know what I mean?
Who knows? You don't know the whole
maybe it's a beautiful wonderland, and they just say, "Hey, can we have your help for 45 minutes? We should go to work."
Like you have, why waste resources? They can be down in the from Lumen's perspective, they can be down on the further subfloor doing some sort of work.
The testing floor.
The testing floor, right? And then they're just like, as part of your contracted work, you have to go, up for these 20 minutes severed breaks. It's proprietary information, so you can't know what's going on. Okay, cool. And then at the end of the day, you get to go home, but instead they go to their barracks or whatever.
Interesting.
What if every time they go up to the severed floor to do their work, they tell them we're sending you home, and they just lie to them about how much time has passed. They're up there for half an hour, they come back and say, "It's tomorrow." It's how would they know?
I guess that would assume that they're completely isolated from each other.
Right? Why not?
But when do they sleep?
The testing floor implies to me that they are beta versions that don't even have a full human setup going on yet.
She's
it's a
supposed to be dead. That's really nefarious. That's especially nefarious. None of that. None of her existence in this space seems voluntary at all. She seems like she was potentially kidnapped and put down deep down into this place, and then is made to go up the elevator.
It seems like their notions of people sign up for this voluntarily are pretense. They do it that way because they have to.
Right. That's why they keep some people in the deep sub basement that nobody knows about.
So Nate's clearly very disturbed.
I don't like that. Yeah.
We have been doing a lot of post discussion already. We do have another episode to watch, but Miss Cobell got fired.
She sure did.
Yeah.
And she seemed very upset about it.
Yeah. Which one of you said potential ally?
Me.
Yeah. I think that's a wise thought. She seems to be very cross with Lumen.
Yeah.
I mean, she was so fiercely loyal, and they tossed it aside for what?
Well,
because Heliard tried to commit suicide.
Well, I mean, but you give her an opportunity to explain. Then, if you have somebody who's that deep in with you,
at least
and you
hear their side.
rip away their entire life, they're gonna come after you.
Yeah.
It's like they literally took away her reason for living. And her entire belief system centers around this place. And then they said, well, thanks for everything. Bye. You've
Just
messed
go.
up a couple times. Get out of here.
Figure out what
did he
do.
say? See you later? Or no, he said,
on you go.
said, on you go. Yeah.
On you
Jeez.
go. Yeah. No,
unceremonious. I would feel so betrayed if I was her.
Yeah. Well, that's, like, true believers are dangerous. And so...
They will cast one another out.
Yep.
Ask Leah Remini how that goes.
Shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. Should we wrap up this discussion and maybe watch the next episode?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We love you all. Join us for the next episode. Super stoked about it. I'm Nate.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Sean.
And this is Catch Up Packets.
Bye.